Have you ever wondered what the perfect bike would look like? So, my idea of a perfect dirt bike is probably not what you'd expect, and with that being said, here is my current bike. Bent levers, slightly bent handlebars, old bar pad, fading and worn seat cover, cracked fading plastics, scratched, worn, ripped graphics, and a pipe with dents in it. Why do I leave my bike looking like this? Well, good question. When I first started riding, I got into it for that huge hit of dopamine you get for just buying something new, a new toy. And then even taking it a step further and customizing that new toy almost like it was a piece of art to me. However, over the years, my perspective on how I get excitement from dirt bikes has changed. When I realized that the hit of dopamine I could get from setting a goal, learning, and then hitting that goal was much greater than the hit of dopamine I got from just buying something new, like a new piece of gear or a new part for my bike or even a new bike. And as a side effect of that perspective shift, it's even allowed me to advance my own skill as a rider, almost like a side effect of this way of thinking. This one simple perspective shift has been so powerful for me that I wanted to leave my bike looking overly used as a physical reminder every time I see it that I am no longer relying on material possessions to give me that so-called hit of dopamine like most people do, and instead I am allowing growth and progress to give me that hit of dopamine. And although this paradigm shift originally had no intentions of saving money, it actually has allowed me to hit my financial goals much faster because I'm not wasting so much time and money trying to make my bike look clean and fresh on the outside. Because wealth is a ratio, not a number, meaning if I want to become more wealthy, I could either decrease my expenses or increase my income. And by not wasting so much time and money trying to keep my bike looking really good on the outside to impress others, it's just made the whole thing much more fun and enjoyable for me. One thing I want to point out though is I still very much care about the health and performance of my bike, meaning when it comes to buying parts, I don't cheap out, because usually when you buy cheap, you buy twice, and I enjoy having high quality parts on my bike. And I'm also not saying that I use this perspective to neglect my bike. I actually really enjoy keeping performance related parts, such as the engine for example, running nice and healthy. It's fun to me. But graphics and a seat cover, that doesn't really affect the performance of the bike very much, so I just don't worry about it. And how I know when it is actually time to replace something, like for this rear tire for example, because it's starting to get pretty worn down, I ask myself one simple question, and that is, can it last another week? And if the answer is yes, then I can probably squeeze just a little bit more juice out of that part. But once the answer becomes no, it's not going to make another week, then I go ahead and order the new part. I feel like one of the main reasons that this paradigm shift has been so insightful for me is because it is the exact opposite of everything I've been taught to believe in the past. With other main motocross brands and names having titles like top 10 upgrades you must make to your brand new bike and that sort of deal. It's almost like they're salesmen trying to market me something strange. But if you still enjoy buying parts for your bike and just playing the game of making it look pretty, that's perfectly fine. Go for it. But for me, changing my perspective from trying to make my bike look pretty to just trying to improve my riding and not so much worrying about the bike has just been so impactful for me. I thought it would be selfish to just keep something so good to myself.